drop buckets of tennis balls on these dogs, and the dog's like, nope, it's the odor, dude, not the reward.
Yeah.
And it's really cool. It's like, I'm telling you, that changed everything for me. I was like what? This is witchcraft.
Red light should come on.
Record.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. So guys, the thing you want to remember when you're evaluating dogs, rule number one, you've got to get them off of their home turf. If you're at the place where the vendor did all the work and they just want to show you the work they did, then that's one thing, because all of that is full of them enticing the dog and getting the dog to do this so it'll look good for you when you show up. Unless you get the dog out, because everything's context specific for them. You know, if that rack room, when they go in there, when you start walking them in there, they start pulling you in there because they know what's going to happen when they get in there. And all that's fine because we've already determined that they have that same drive out in another place. We make sure of it. We take them to PetSmart and to Home Depot and take the balls out and see if that game exists. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So, you know, I'm looking for a couple of things. I'm looking for the dog that has got to have what I have. Does he want what you have badly enough to do whatever it takes to get it? I have a lot of them, man, at home he plays like a son of a bitch. I can't understand what's going on here. And they're constantly trying to get it. Come on, right there, come on, get that, come on. The right dog, you don't have to say shit. You got to protect yourself because he's coming. Rule of thumb with the balls, it stays close to the ground. Don't get it up here where they jump up and come down and bust an Achilles tendon or whatever, or break a leg or something. That ball stays as close to the ground as we can get it when they're coming after it. I want one that's digging to get it. Doesn't mean enough to him that he's going to kill himself to try to get to it. Okay? And when he gets it, does he want to have a game with it? When he gets it, come here. When he gets it, hold it, both hands, got it? Does he want to hang on to that thing for dear life? And if he does, then I can't go anywhere else until I get ready for the next part of the test. I'm going to drop that one and pull this one out. And I see him holding that one. And then he sees this one. And he realizes in his mind that the game has to do with the one that has the contest with it. Like a dog with a sleeve. He bites the sleeve, you drop that one, go put on another sleeve. Guess where his interest is going to be? And all we're doing in the detection is combining that point of game with the substance. The source, the odor, you don't even worry about. You know you got the right substance, you know it puts off that signature odor. And the dog is going to use that to his advantage to get to where he wants to be. But all the value has to be with the dog built to where he's going to get it. Get to the point where this is going to come alive. You think it's you know, something special when you dump the tennis balls over their head, but it doesn't. It's not all that impressive if you think about the dog's just going to the place where the game's going to happen. He wants it that badly that he'll ignore it everywhere else and try to get to the source because he knows that that's where this thing is going to come alive. Does that make sense? And it doesn't take long to show it. When they bring a new dog out, I've got this in my pockets and I'm going to wait for him to get out and start satisfying territorial instincts. I want him to go over there and hike a leg. I want him to go up and start taking a dump. If he does, I'm going to bring this thing out and see how quickly he pinches off that loaf. I'm looking at his demeanor, his expression, everything about it. I'm looking at everything he does from the moment he sees that you offer a game. If he looks at it you know, and it goes back to doing what he's doing or goes on over, it's not important enough for him for me to pick and pay a whole bunch of money for that dog. Now if he turns and he looks and goes, son of a bitch, here he comes, me like it, because he's giving up all of this shit. He's giving up all of these new things to smell for this game. And I am never going to make a real case, find a real bomb, find a real dead body or real dope, and make a real case in a place that that dog is familiar with. So I got to know that this is important to him in a place he has never been before. It's really that simple. Two things I'm looking for when he, if you'll come one more time, brother. He's looking for that, boom, he's got it, you know, and he's got the game. He's got it really, really close. I bring out the other one, he drops that one and comes for this and come on. He's got it, bam, it's a game, and he's interested in it for as long as I have that game going. Make sense? Now, when I put one of them away, hang on, don't go, grab that one. When I put that one away, I may actually go slack with it and see if he comes a little closer to me. If he does, I'll give a little bit of a tug. If he comes closer, I'll give more of a tug. Then I'll go slack and I'll see him come to me again. Bam, and I'll create that game. You see what I mean? He's coming to the place of the game the same way the dog brings the sleeve and slams it back into the helper in order to continue that game. That's the dog that's leaving with me if he passes the medical exam. You see what I mean? But it has to happen in a strange place. If it happens good here in this strange place, we're going to another one that has slick floors and a bunch of other people around and is a little intimidating. Hell, I go to a veterinary clinic. If he's going to have drive at that veterinary clinic, ain't shit going to bother him anywhere else, because since he was a puppy, he's had bad experiences every time he goes into the place. You tell real quick when they walk into one of those places, just from the smells and everything that they know, you know, if they're going to be able to overcome that and still have this drive. PetSmart in the dog food aisle. Damn right. We're going in there, we're walking around, I want to see how he's acting. Is he comfortable? When I bring this out, does he try to go for it again? And all I need to see is a little bit, and we're out of there. I don't need for him to slip and bust a knee or anything like that, or run into one of the gondolas and knock all the goddamn dog food down, which is my luck. You know, I want him to do and show me that regardless of where we're at, regardless of what we're doing, regardless of what else is going on, if it has to do with the game that I want to play, he is all in. We've seen some of those dogs here. And we're about to see some again. Sound good? So what I'm gonna do is have you get your dog out, walk him out here and just let him go. Okay, let him run around a little bit. Hopefully he won't try to get through the gate. He or she?
She.
Will she come to you when you call her?
Yeah.
Well, that's good. Okay.
That's a.
Joe, if you'll follow with the camera, if you don't mind, and just try to keep it in a nexus between the dog and me. If the dog doesn't pay attention to me, then put it on the dog. If the dog is paying attention to me, then it's both of them. Yeah, just put it on her first if you want, you know. Okay, buddy, is that a pinch collar?
Yeah.
Okay, do you have a flat collar? Yeah, just put it on the flat and take the pinch off. Don't worry about obedience. You got to tell them, guys. You want to see the dog's natural ability. No corrective devices, even when you're working like we were working in the seminar the other day. I don't want them having corrective devices on. The dog is going to associate with dropping down out of drive. That's their time to win. This is her time to win if she wants it. All right, stop there. Just unhook her and just turn her loose. Real nice attitude, not really afraid of strangers, coming up to strangers or anything like that. Checking out the other dogs on the pants. And I'm going to wait until she's, you know, kind of distracted. Just stand still. Stand still. Paws always close to the ground. I'm going to pull it from her. I want to see how hard she's going to work to try to get it. The variance that you have when she's leaving, and she's still a young dog, she's still got some energy in her.
Ow, that hurts.
Yeah, I know. That puppy there. What the doing? Oh. Thank you. And I'm looking at everything. Does it mean enough to her to grab and possess and covet that thing? Does it mean enough to her to bring it back to the source of the game to have it thrown again? Okay, but if you would, go ahead and hook her up and just take her back.
Exie, come.
Good girl. Sit.
And always, if you want the dog to be expressive and grow, don't worry about the obedience. The obedience is the foundation of all training. It's not. Would it have helped? No. But
I think we got a winner in Chris, though. You see how he's possessing that ball?
yeah, I mean the boy got skills.
Do you lick in the
He
face?
does.
Man.
Raise more Randy Kitchen.
He got game.
That boy got game. Tempest.
Can you follow up with the evaluation after? Like what you thought of his dog?
What?
His dog?
Whose dog?
The shepherd that just came out.
Oh, his dog.
Yeah.
You're pointing down these motherfuckers.
He's thinking about something.
To be continued.
Give the man a freaking God. Chill, dude. It's this freaking high altitude, man. Come on.
Might be what it is. The altitude getting to you?
Huh?
Yep. Sure enough.
Yeah, look at the dog, guys. Look at his demeanor, his positioning. Look at him. You can bring him on in, Crispin. Does he have the balls to go over the bar, or is there something that's just going on? Yeah, just unhook him. Let him run around.
You know what they call that? Knee surgery. Hey, what about that leading with your... Yeah, there you go.
trying to anticipate where the game is.
What are you looking for?
You might have to pull his ass off the field because he wants what I have badly enough to do whatever it takes to get him. What the problem is? Break my dog buckets. Does he have what I have? Does he want what I have badly enough to do whatever it takes to get it? It's either there or it's not. Dog's a little young yet, but she's getting there. I would do away with the obedience. The obedience is not all it's cracked up to be. Get them to where they'll behave a little bit, but teaching all that stuff to have, to be able to show off with, I would back off of that, okay? You want her to have a free spirit. Obedience should be the last thing you teach. People might disagree with that, but you see a dog that is questionable or at the midway point, you start putting obedience on it, you can almost never get it back to where they will show the total free spirit that they have. And everything they're wearing has to do with it, like the dog wearing the pinch collar has to do with her calming down. That's the reason we put it on them, to get them to calm down a little bit. You see what I mean? Yeah. Okay. Good. Chris, if you'll, do you mind getting, I'll tell you what, you evaluate. I'll get boss and let him out. Kind of keep it close to the ground. Well, I like that pose. You just chilling out, huh? You're everything, huh?
What? Dude, every time you come around me now,
I haven't been. I tried to watch a couple of them. Long man, good.
God damn. What's your leg, mate? I'll grab one of these off the ground. Look out. Okay. Look out.
Most of them.
Put that one up, Chris. Just put it away. And take your hand and put it right there. Don't move.
Take that dog home.
That's not a dog you can do.
Every day.
Yeah.
Bam. I want to know that when the game stops, will the dog take the initiative to make it go again by bringing that item to the place where the game happens? Bam. Okay? Atta boy. There you go, Chris. You step back away from him, slacken the string, and wait. He comes for you, let him put his head right in your hand. Wait, he will. Bam. Bam, 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 bam. Bam. Atta boy. All right, grab the other ball so he lets go of that one and chunk it one time where he can see it. If he doesn't see it, it's a long walk. Ah, he saw it. That boy. Once his ass passes it. Hide the ball until he gets close. Show it to him. He drops that one. Game on. Bam. Bam. Beautiful. Nice. Grab the collar and contain him when you can. Tell you what, let go. Let go. Just stand straight up and back away from him. Back away from everything. Don't move. Boom. Nice. He's still a human being trying to coax the dog into doing something, trying to make him look better. Let him show you what he was and what happened when he sprang with the head. See, is that? Nice. Grab his collar and contain him. If you don't mind, just walk him all the way back, put him back in his kennel.
Getting late?
Put him away, Miss Chan. Put him in your pockets. Just unhook him and let him go.
Oh, he's got one. He had another one.
Yeah. Here, I'll take it.
It's always fun when Pawpaw comes in play.
You will fight with him. To his defense, he's had a little bit of that in IPO training. He's used to it with the sleeves, so he knows. Instead of somebody trying to prepare him for a selection test and taking it away from him so much that they avoid you so they can keep it doing it. Instead of taking it away from him through the game. Sweet.
Right? Orlando's cover, right? That's Orlando's dog.
Oh.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Every day, but
You saw him working the rack before.
Fuck, I'm busy. I saw Knox over there.
what did I thought we were going to do a long jump. I was going to give him my calf before my crotch.
Good call. Good call.
Kobe can fight me, but it ain't going to be here.
Mm-hmm.